If you like modern Torah, subscribe and leave a review. I'd really appreciate it. "2020 has been full of chaos, so much that it's hard to keep track. This summer, one catastrophe that flew more or less under the radar was the lack of rain across the United States. According to an August report by the U.S. Drought Monitor Program, over a third of the continental United States faced moderate to severe drought conditions, including much of the American West and New England, where I live. Shmini Atzeret is a little understood holiday. Its rituals are odd, similar to Sukkot, but with important distinctions, since although we still eat in our sukkahs, Shmini Atzeret itself is not actually part of the holiday of Sukkot. Sukkot, in the Hebrew agricultural calendar, celebrates the harvest season, and Shmini Atzeret, coming at the tail end of Sukkot, signals the slow transition into the winter season. In Israel, ancient and modern, summers are dry and hot, but winters bring the rains that sustain life year-round. Our liturgy reflects this, as on Shmini Atzeret, after Sukkot, and in anticipation of the wet weather still to come, Jews around the world add an appeal for rain to our daily prayers. Heaven forbid, though, that it rain on Sukkot, because nothing empties out or even collapses a sukkah faster than a short rain shower. Sukkahs are meant to be temporary houses after all, and when it rains on Sukkot, they definitely are. Have you ever been in a sukkah when it starts to rain? The rain may not destroy your sukkah, but your sukkah definitely won't protect you from the rain. And so it makes sense that we don't add the prayer for rain to our daily prayers until Shmini Atzeret, and that when we do pray for rain, we pray for rain in its proper season. The rabbis of the Talmud, it turns out, debate this point in detail, in a great example of the thought process behind rabbinic law. Ta'anit 2a. From when, i.e., from which date, does one begin to mention the might of the rains by inserting the phrase, "He makes the wind blow and rain fall," in the second blessing of the Amidah prayer? Rabbi Eliezer says the phrase is inserted from the first festival day of the festival of Sukkot. Rabbi Yehoshua says from the last festival day of the festival of Sukkot. Rabbi Yehoshua said to Rabbi Eliezer, "Since rain is nothing other than a sign of a curse during the festival of Sukkot, as rainfall forces Jews to leave their Sukkot, why should one mention the might of rain during this period?" Rabbi Eliezer said to him, "I do not say that it is proper to request rain during Sukkot, but that it is proper only to mention the phrase, 'He makes the wind blow and rain fall,' in its due time." Rabbi Yehoshua said to him, "If reciting the phrase does not constitute a request for rain, one should always mention rain, even in the summer." The Mishnah states a general principle. One should request rain only immediately preceding the rainy season. Rabbi Yehuda says, with regard to the one who passes before the ark as a prayer leader on the concluding festival day, the festival of Sukkot, the 8th day of assembly, the last prayer leader who leads the additional prayer mentions rain, whereas the first prayer leader for the morning prayer does not mention rain. The opposite is the case at the conclusion of the period for mentioning rain on the first festival day of Passover. Here, the opposite is the case at the conclusion of the period for mentioning rain on the first festival day of Passover. Here, the first prayer leader, who leads the morning prayer, mentions rain, while the last prayer leader, who leads the additional prayer, does not mention rain. Sukkot is the Jewish people's season of joy, a celebration of the year's harvest and our relationship with the land. It seems fitting, then, that the holiday ends with prayers for rain in the upcoming season to soak the ground and begin the process of growth anew. The Talmud, in a different tractate, teaches that at 4 times of the year the world is judged. On Passover, judgment is passed concerning grain. On Shavuot, concerning fruits that grow on a tree. On Rosh Hashanah, all creatures pass before God, like sheep. And and on the festival of Sukkot, they are judged concerning the rainfall of the coming year. May we all be blessed this year with abundant rain in its season to wash away the dirt and grime of 2020 so far and help us grow something better in the new soil of 5781. Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom. Modern Torah is a production of Not a Rabbi Media. For more information about this or any of our other podcasts, visit notarabbi.media.